Okay, so now I'm going to do the problem about Social Security tax and how to calculate that when it is a self-employed person. I'm going to get a better chalkboard here. I was at Walmart earlier and completely forgot. Of course, every time you're at Walmart, then you forget the one thing that you went there to get. Anyway, so Social Security tax. I think that sometimes when we're calculating numbers like this, we can get kind of lost and more confused than it really is. But when someone is paid, when they're a self-employed person, you're required to pay double what normal employees pay, because the United States they consider you being both the employer and the employee. So you have to pay both sides of the taxes, where normally if you are an employee, the employer pays some, the employee pays some, and then that's divvied up. But I just made up something, so I just made up a problem. So let's say that Elizabeth, which I don't get paid this much money, wouldn't that be nice? But Elizabeth earns $96,000 per year. Okay, she has to pay her taxes quarterly, which means 4 times per year. And just to review, if we were going to pay it monthly, it would be 12 times a year. Weekly is 52 times a year. Semi-monthly is 24 times a year, meaning it's twice a month. Bi-weekly means every 2 weeks. So that's 26 times per year. Okay, so this I make $96,000 a year. I pay quarterly 4 times a year, and I'm self-employed, which means my rates are going to be double the normal rate. So I just put in 10% for income tax. Okay, and so if we have, so the normal rate for Social Security tax is 6.2%. Well, we're self-employed, so we have to pay double that, which is 12.4% for Social Security tax. And then Medicare taxes are double the 1.45%, doubled to 2.9%. Okay, so all you do is calculate the 96,000, okay, times 0.124 or 12.4%, and that gives you your Social Security. I'm going to just write these down and then I'll calculate them out for you. So then that's for Social Security. Then Medicare would be 96,000 times 0.029 or 2.9%. Okay. And then I told you the income tax is 10%. Okay, 0.10. And remember I said that these are quarterly, so we want to find out what it is per, these are for the whole year. So you just calculate the whole year and then you divide out how often they pay it. So if the question is saying, okay, how much would her quarterly taxes be? You would multiply this out. So 96,000 times 0.124, 12.4% is 11,904. Okay, for Social Security. Medicare would be 96,000 times 0.029 or 2.9%, and that will be 2,784. This is Medicare. Okay, and then your income tax, we can multiply that out easily. That's going to be $9,600 from the 96,000. You can multiply that out if you want to. 96,000 times 0.10 $9,600. So we know that this is for the whole year, okay? So we're going to add them all together. So 9,600 plus 2,784 plus 11,904 is 24,288. Okay, so that's for the whole year. So per year. Okay, so we have 24,288 per year. Okay, we know that she pays them quarterly. Quarterly is what? How do we pay it? It's 4 times per year. So each 3 months, each quarter. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to, that was not the division sign. Here we go. Divide by 4, divided by 4. So 24,288 divided by 4, and that is $6,072 per quarter. Okay, and they don't change. They don't. It's not more on one quarter than it is on another quarter. They're all the same, and a lot of self-employed people pay their taxes quarterly. And the reason that they do that is that they don't want to, if you look at that, you don't want to wait till the end of the year and write a big check for $24,288, right? It's much easier to budget paying it quarterly. My mother is a real estate agent, and she has done very well. She's a real estate agent in this small town that I grew up in. It's called Lapeer, Michigan. And, she's lived there, let's see, since she married my dad, which was a very long time ago. Anyway, I'm 43, so she's probably been there 50 years. So she knows a lot about the real estate in town. And it was kind of a second career for her. We owned restaurants growing up, and she sold the restaurant when I was in my 20s and kind of decided she wanted to do something else. She didn't want to cook fried chicken for the rest of her life. We owned a restaurant called Maryland Fried Chicken. It was similar to Kentucky Fried Chicken, but just a different franchise. So, hence my interest in business. As you can see, that's all I've studied my whole life. But it's much easier like she takes her quarterly earnings, what she's made, and she can kind of think ahead, okay, I've got this closing coming, so I know that those are going to be coming, so she'll put that money away every quarter into a savings account or into an IRA or something that could earn her some money, but she puts it away so that she's prepared, she has the money set aside to pay those taxes at the end of the year, and then she pays them at the end of the year, but she calculates them herself quarterly. But you can pay them either way. It just depends on kind of what industry that you're in. Okay, I hope that this helped you for some problems on Chapter 9. I am happy to make these videos on any specific problems from the homework or anything that you may have questions with or just didn't quite know how to calculate it. Okay, I think that's it. But if you remember that, for those of you who weren't on the call the other night, remember your homework. Please read on your syllabus about your homework grade. Even though I did change the settings now so where you can get some feedback and that kind of stuff on your homework, it is still your homework grade. If it's complete and I see that you tried, then you get 100. If it's incomplete, it's a 75. If you don't do it, it's a 0. Okay, because to me, homework is for you to learn. I don't expect you to come, read the chapter, do a couple of sample problems, and then do your homework, and all of a sudden you're an expert. The way that I look at things is that, 1, you read the chapter. I'm not also naive enough to think that all of you read the whole chapter. I know it can get a bit much, but at least I expect you to skim over the chapter, look at what it's about and what you'll be working on. So then, you look at the PowerPoint presentation, which kind of highlights the big things. Then you do your homework. Then you take a quiz. you do a discussion, and you take a test. So essentially, you should have had this specific chapter information 6 times. And, I can't force you to do something that's not required for a grade, but, this is y'all's grade. This is not, it doesn't really change my job at all. I want you all to be successful and happy, and I want you to know this information because it's important information. If there's one math class that you should have, it's this one. I just feel like this is the information that you'll actually use. I've had a lot of math classes that, as a grown-up, I don't use any of them, but I do use this one. So I think it's, even if you're a stay-at-home mom, I think that you use this math when we learn about, insurance and banking and credit cards and, discounts and payroll and, that kind of stuff. There are things that you need to be educated on no matter what the job is that you do. Okay, so that's it for me. If you have any other questions or if you want me to make videos, please let me know. I have this set up at all times. I am happy to do it. Again, I apologize for the delay. I was supposed to make this video yesterday, but I had both of my kids home and husband out of town. Of course, the only time you have anything to do is when they're around and you don't want them to be. But anyway, so I took care of my kids yesterday, and today they're back in school. So if you need anything, I should be around most of the weekend. And this is the one chapter that you need to understand well, because you always need to make sure that you're being paid the correct amount. Okay, that's why we all go to work. That's why we study business. That's why we do any of this. Go to college, work, teach college, whatever it is that you're doing. This is the information that you need to know, because you need to make sure that you're being paid correctly. All right, I'm signing off. If you need anything, just holler. Hold on, I gotta show you our new kittens. We're supposed to be fostering these two, but looks like they're staying. This is Mai and Ty, brother and sister, and they've been running around in the background. You can probably hear them trying to play with Nerf bullets and stuff like that, and do anything they can to try to get up on my desk. We are terrible foster people because they call us foster failures because we never give them away. We usually just keep them. But anyway, we volunteer for our local shelter. Sometimes if they're mean, I can give them away, but usually I just end up keeping them. That's why luckily I have 2 acres and I have chickens and bunnies and 8 or 9 cats, 4 dogs. It's a zoo around here. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.